Hey y'all, and thanks for dropping by Design by Kathy. Today we're going to do a project that uses an actual colander. I know if you've watched my Secret to the Colander pour, we actually used a sink strainer, which got the effect that I was really looking for with that particular project. But today I'm going to use an actual colander, and hopefully that I'll get the same look, same effect that I got from the one I practiced on. So I'm gonna get set up and let's get right to it. I have chosen 5 colors to use on this 12 by 12 canvas to do this colander pour. And I've got a wine color, it's a real blue, it's called real blue. I have a mountain blue, a pearl, it's a pearl finish, is what it says, and then another, just purple. So, got the canvas ready, and I've got my paints pre-mixed here. I have added Floetrol to each one. 1 part paint, 2 part Floetrol. With the exception of the pearl, I added a little water. It seemed to be just a heavier paint and it wasn't flowing the way I wanted it to, so I added just a little bit of water. So what I want to do first is to get somewhat of a background going on the canvas here. So I'm going to start with just a blue, the real blue, as far as a background. You don't have to cover the entire canvas with it, but for sure the outer edges. Or the outer perimeter rather. I don't need to do this necessarily super neat, super smooth, because it's just our colander, the pouring that we're going to do through the colander. We want it to come over and meet this. Don't necessarily want it to just go all running off the edge, so I wanted to have a nice color around the outer part of it. And I think I'm going to use a little bit more of the real blue in the mix here. So I'm going to add some back to this. Mix this up real quick. Okay, I'm going to take this 10-ounce plastic cup here, and I'm going to do my layers. Now you have to stop and think a second, because what goes in first in the cup is going to come out last in the pour. So I've got just regular colander here. I'm going to place it roughly in the middle. Move everything out of the way here, hopefully. And I'm just going to start pouring in the very center. And I'm basically just pouring it along the bottom, the holes that are in the bottom, not, not trying to make it go all the way up. And you can see that it's starting to come out, but I'm going to let it continue because I want all this paint that's inside here to fall on down through. I'm going to gently remove that. Now basically, I really only want to cover up the parts that don't have any paint on it. So we're going to just see if we can kind of rotate it in a gentle circular motion to not shift the entire pattern that we've got going on here. Just doing a little gentle rocking. It's moving this, but it's keeping this pretty much intact, which is what I want to do. Now I'm going to let it roll off. It's rolling off over here on the end, and that's okay. I kind of like that look. Okay, I don't want it to continue because I do not want the whole pattern to go away. Now I'm going to see if I can do the same thing and just gently manipulate it, move it without distorting what's in here. Okay, now this is funny because I know a lot of you, it's funny that, when you're looking at it, you see things that I don't see till later. But not that I was going for necessarily the peacock feather look, but you can see, this is just, I had to cut my paper in pieces here, but you can see it almost looks like a little peacock in there. Now I can come back and touch up these little white places, and I'm not going to spread this. This is just what I want to do. You can try it several different ways when you try it yourself. I've just got a mess going on here. But what I'll do is take my true blue. I still have plenty of that to get my edges done. Touch up this little white where I got the white, or actually the pearl, dripped in there. Touch up all around the edges. Just be careful when you're going back to do this, because I've done it so many times. So I'm telling you, the mistakes that I've made that I try to keep in mind. Don't take your hand when you're touching up your edges and take it across the canvas, because it never fails. You'll have something you really like, and then you've got a big drip or a big line. So just be real careful when you do that, or thoughtful of that, not to take it down through and mess up what you got going on. And I want to say, that I appreciate all of you subscribers so very much. I want to thank you for subscribing, and I so appreciate your likes and your shares and your really wonderful, sweet comments. I have links down below that links to Designed by Kathy for one. I've also got some Amazon links to various products that I either use or that are on my wish list to use. And I hope that you'll take a look at that. It's just not in me to do one of the Patreon accounts and ask for money. That's not me. I'd rather have your likes and your shares and your subscriptions, and I appreciate it all so very much. But as you know, if you've dove into painting at all, your supplies get a little expensive. I'm completely out of canvases, and I was down to one popsicle stick today, so I had to share, and this is a repurposed canvas. But that being said, I love doing this. I'm going to do it regardless. I'm just saying, I'm just not comfortable with that myself. That's just me. Maybe it's the Southern girl in me, who knows? But I kind of like I really like how this turned out. I know before, when I've done them with just the regular colander, I manipulated the canvas to the point I lost my pattern, so I wasn't happy with it. But this, having your outer edge where you don't have to shove the paint all the way over, gives you that extra edge of being able to keep your pattern intact and manipulate it just a little bit to get it to the way you like it and come up and create something really cool. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to hear from you how you like this colander versus the sink strainer. So I'll catch you next time.